When we are trying to fill our own hearts, it's exhausting. Kind of like dancing, right? Like we all put on a dance. We all put on a dance for other people. We think that if we please people, if we entertain the right people, we think that if we do the right moves at the right time, we'll fill our hearts. We'll experience the love we're looking for. And so we dance. We dance for our spouses. We dance for our friends. We dance for our kids. We dance for our boss. We're constantly dancing, trying to meet the expectations of the people around us, trying to make the right moves that will equal a full heart. It's exhausting. And we try so hard. The problem is sometimes we think we can dance and we can't dance. Like the problem is you think you're walking into the room like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but really you're Carlton doing the Carlton, and that just doesn't look good. Right? Like, the problem is some of you try to dance. Thank you. All right. The problem is, you try to dance, and some of you can't dance. But listen, even if you're really good at dancing, there's a bigger problem. You don't control the music. You don't control the tempo of the music. You don't even control the song that's playing. And even if you can dance, even if you're like busting out the lawnmower, right? And you're like driving the lawnmower around, or you're flossing, whatever that means. And however you do it, even if you can dance better than everybody else on the planet, you don't control the music. It just switches. It changes. And it speeds up depending on who you're with, and it slows down depending on who you're with. And can I just say that putting on a dance to win, to fill your heart, it doesn't work, because eventually you'll get exhausted. I'm kind of exhausted right now. And you'll stop. You'll have to stop. You'll come to the end of yourself, and you'll stop. And one of two things happens when you stop dancing for others. One of two things happen when you stop trying to make all the right moves so that everybody else will give you those things you're searching for so much. When you stop, you either settle or you escape. We settle and we think, well, maybe I can't have all of those full things in my heart. Maybe I can't have peace. Maybe joy is not something that I will attain. Maybe I'm never really going to be as happy as I once hoped I would be, and you just settle into a life of mediocrity. And let me just tell you right now, you can have all of those things your heart longs for. You can have a full heart. You just can't get it by yourself. We settle or we escape because it's too hard to face the reality that I can't live up to everybody else's expectations. It's too hard to face the reality that deep down in my heart, even though I've tried so many other things, I still feel empty. I still feel lonely. I'm still hurting. And so instead of settling for a life that's less than what we dreamed of, we just escape to temporary things. We push the thoughts aside. We push those feelings of inadequacy and lack aside. We push it aside and we escape to feel good in a moment, well aware that that moment too will run out. But you're not the ones who are supposed to fill your own hearts. It's no wonder we're so exhausted. It's no wonder we get so worn out and burn out trying to please everybody and put on the dance for everybody. It's because we weren't created that way. You see, God is the one who fills things. And some of you have started to catch a taste of that, and some of you have been all in, and some of you are just curious. But let me tell you right now, having a full heart is not dependent on how good you are. It's not dependent on how well you dance. It's not dependent on the answers you have or how spiritual your life looks or how religious you behave. Having a full heart is about following a God who is trying to pour into you all of the things you're looking for anyway.